Before I found Tom, I knew the kind of performances that I wanted to create, but uh, I didn't know how to get there. I was, I guess, a little bit like a magpie, taking bits from that I'd learned here and bits that I'd learned there, and trying this and trying that, and no, I had no process. Whereas working with Tom, I now have a process that it's reliable, it's simple, it's reliable. I finally can deliver performances that are the type of performances that I have been previously really struggling to get to. Um, Highly recommend that any actor who wants to improve works with Tom Kibbe. Before I found Tom, I knew the kind of performances that I wanted to create, but uh, I didn't know how to get there, and I was trying different classes and different books and experimenting with different techniques in various groups that I was involved in, and I guess I always felt like I was maybe making tiny little advancements, but I wasn't really managing to get to the types of performances that I knew it when I saw it. I knew it to admire it, but I was not getting there myself. Um, some of the exercises. So I've benefited massively from working with Tom. Some of the specific exercises, that I benefited from would be like the mirror exercise. The first time I did that, I was blown away, and also the first time I witnessed it, I was blown away, because we would sight read a piece and then do the mirror exercise and then come back and read the piece again, and you could see, you could feel it, you could experience it when you did it yourself, but when you actually sat back and watched others in the class doing it, the difference was so phenomenal, and the freedom that it brought to the material, and the freedom of expression and the specificity of expression, and there's a term that's bandied around a lot, like bringing yourself fully to the role. And a lot of the exercises that Tom does, like the mirror exercise, or what we call the wall song, um, they are incredibly freeing in terms of that experience of really bringing yourself fully to the role, while still embodying the character, while still being appropriate for the character, while still creating a full character. So working with Tom I really feel it has completely changed me as an actor. And, previously I was, I guess, a little bit like a magpie, taking bits from that I'd learned here and bits that I'd learned there, and trying this and trying that. And no, I had no process. Um, Whereas after working with Tom, and the other thing about like before Tom is that a lot of the processes that I was reading about, or a lot of the things I was trying, actually were counterproductive, because they put me in my head too much. It was too analytical, and it resulted in me, thinking too much, essentially. Whereas working with Tom, I now have a process that completely avoids that. A process that it's reliable, it's simple, it's reliable, and I know that I can trust the process. And I finally feel like I have a way now. If I follow the process and I trust the process, I finally can deliver performances that are the type of performances that I have been previously really struggling to get to. So I really feel like working with Tom has just been completely transformative for how I act. I feel like I've been quite lucky or fortunate that I have, in the time that I've been working with Tom, I have landed roles of all different types, and Tom's process has served me so well in every single project that I have been involved in, um, from day player roles on screen to larger roles on screen, to theater productions, um, and yeah, just a whole range of styles of productions, and but the process that Tom has given me has served me 100% in every single role. I highly recommend working with Tom. I mean, I am just so grateful to Tom for everything that he has taught me, and the work that he is doing in active relaxation and fully expressing through the creative imagination is just phenomenal. And I remember as well. I mean, I'm always very nervous going into like class situations, or how the group is going to be, or what the experience is going to be like, or how I don't want to say aggressive, but how yeah, how aggressive the teacher is going to be. And I remember going into Tom, the first class ever with Tom, and just being like, this is safe. This is lovely. And Tom he is so supportive, so nurturing, and and helps everybody to grow as an actor. It's a wonderful thing to experience, and it's a beautiful thing to see in your classmates as well. So yeah, thank you, Tom. Highly recommend that any actor who wants to improve works with Tom Kibbe.